Good evening, folks. It's the real Captain Kirk here. It's the 18th of June, Saturday evening here, the day before Father's Day here. We'll end today's video with some fun Air Force Thunderbirds and vacation photos here at the end. Again, I appreciate Pam and Chrissy Klinger holding down the fort for me here last week. Looking at the last week World Summer here on a world scale here, 12 through 18 June. Now this big map is retail trends, weather trends versus last year on a retail calendar. Here in the U.S., hot, 0.8 degrees warmer than last year, #1 hottest in 37 years, much above average national temperatures. Don't tell that to folks here in the Northeast, where it's just a pretty epically cold Father's Day weekend, coldest in 37 years here. So it's been very cool here. We had a hot Friday and then just really cold Saturday, Sunday here. 15% drier than last year, driest in 27 years, third driest in 37 years, so much below average precipitation. So warm, dry, typically good for seasonal merchandise sales, and that would be pretty much for the eastern two-thirds of the country. Still cold, cold to cool out west. So again, a little bit of a dampening effect out there. Canada also a little down, coolest in 3, wettest in 8. So again, that would not be entirely favorable for retail sales. Maps inset left are the trends versus average. One thing that's improving a bit, for certainly improvement over last year, is the plains and Corn Belt. Definitely seen some improving trends in terms of drought. Still expanding there in the southwest and west. Right now, the U.S. has about 57% of the country in dry to drought phases, and versus 60% last year, and 43% would be considered average. One thing that's still pretty high here, but again, I'm trailing off a bit here, is tornadic activity, 47% more than last year, 3% above average, most in 3 years. Again, we're going to get a warm, dry pattern here for the next couple weeks, so this may get curtailed a bit here, and that's some good news here as we go for the latter half of June. This week here, again, hard to believe we're just almost the last full week of June here in the U.S. Hot, 3.1 degrees warmer than last year, warmest in 34 years, second hottest in 37 years. Building heat, we'll get a warming trend, expanding east, but certainly hot there in the central U.S. and continue to cool in the western half of the country. Precip also pretty dry, 85% drier than last year. That makes it the #1 driest in 37 years. We'll see if it's that dry, but certainly warm, dry trends are good for hot seasonal categories of beverages and air conditioners and fans and pool chemicals and pretty much everything you buy for summer apparel, you name it. Pretty strong sales trends here for this week of Father's Day. Also have to watch the Southwest Caribbean here. The Eastern Pacific's on the third named storm. Another system maybe this weekend. We'll see, heading in the general direction of Mexico and just well south of Texas. So we'll see, something to watch. That's certainly a favorable area for development this time of year. We look at next week here, again, getting into the 2nd of July, so the week before 4th of July weekend here. Hard to believe, 1.9 degrees warmer than last year, make it the hottest in 37 years for this late June, early July period. So very hot there in the central and south and expanding into the east. Rainfall up a bit, but still below average, 32% drier than a year ago, 15th driest in 37 years. So again, continued dry where they need some rain down in Texas, expanding drought for sure down there with the heat. So that'll be pretty quick. Look at the world 2-week outlook here, again through to July. Again, general theme is hot eastern central U.S. and cooler to the west and Pacific Northwest. Europe also warming a bit as well. Preset map versus average, inset left. Hard to believe here, but over 30 years ago, so dating myself, I was the chief forecaster for the Super Bowl 25 between the Giants and the Bills. Again, I was stationed at MacDill Air Force Base and was very fortunate to meet these Thunderbird guys in person. He was giving their weather briefing before the game. So it was an exciting game, if you remember this. The Battle of New York, Giants won, and Bills missed the field goal. I think wide right was the quote at the end here. But took the girls down to Ocean City, Maryland here. Again, their favorite spot close to home here. So that's appreciate again Pam and Chrissy holding the fort down for me. But again, the girls absolutely love it down there. And we got to see the upside down Thunderbirds outside our hotel room here. So it was crazy to see these guys, just how skilled they are today. So I'll end here today with about a minute of the 40-minute show that they put on, which is fantastic. Again, actually the pregame show was better than the actual show because of the skies were great and they were out there for hours showing off and doing things like this. So that, folks, enjoy the show here and have a great week, and we'll be back here again this time next week.